We're back with more In the Saddle, where we feature Drover sports. USAO is in the middle of basketball season, but now the Drovers have thrown baseball into the mix. The 2010 baseball season has potential to be a pretty good one for the Drovers, with a lot of returning stars and a few new recruits. Head coach Mike Ross is with us today to give us a bit more insight on the upcoming Drover baseball season. This is In the Saddle.
Thanks for tuning in to another edition of In the Saddle with Drover Sports. We're joined this week by Drover baseball coach Mike Ross. Yes, it's February, and yes, we're talking baseball. And Coach, first-year head coach, your first head coaching job at a major college. You've been at junior college level, but congratulations on getting your debut win over the weekend down in Tyler, Texas.
Yeah, we got to go down to Tyler and play some baseball. Thought we were going to get rained out. We were fortunate to get out of town before this ice hit, and managed to play 3 games down there, played pretty well, and got 3 wins, so we were happy about that.
Coach, who scheduled that now? A January baseball game for crying out loud.
That's going to be my fault because they've moved our conference schedule up so far into February that we've got to try to play some non-conference games as soon as we can. And last year when we went down there, it was actually 60 degrees, so I thought, well, this is pretty good. We might as well try it again. Well, it was about 32 that first day we played. It was pretty cold, but the sun came out the second day, and it didn't turn out too bad.
Well, you got out of town before the power went out, so I guess that was a good thing.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, Coach, talk about your work here at USAO. Of course, you follow a legend of a baseball coach and Hall of Famer, L.J. Powell. I mean, I know you had a good chance to work with him and learn from him over the last 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, LJ was great to me. He gave me my first start into coaching back in 2000 to 2002. I was a student assistant and went to Vernon College and was an assistant for 3 years down there. And I got to come back and work with Coach Powell. And I owe a lot to him. Like I said, he gave me my first start into college baseball. And since then, I've never looked back. And he was a great teacher. He prepared me for this job and this opportunity, and I owe a lot of thanks to him for everything that he did to me. And he was a great baseball guy, you know, inducted into just about every Hall of Fame that I know of, and all those things are well deserved.
And still helps out with the team.
Oh yeah, he's still around. As a matter of fact, I called him this morning and asked him a couple questions, and I told him, when he decided to retire, I said, don't think you're going to get too far because you know your phone's going to be ringing off the hook. So, yeah, he's still around. He's still an integral part of the program, and that's the way I want it to be. I don't ever want him to just go away. I want him to be as much a part of it as he wants to be. So,
well, Coach, talk about the squad a little bit, and you've got some great starters coming back off last year's team, which did pretty well. Faced some bad luck as far as postseason is concerned with weather, but you guys actually qualified for national tournament, but didn't get to go.
Yeah, we went 37-14 last year, made the conference tournament. Didn't get to play because of rain, but you know, what are you going to do there? But we've got 2 good arms coming back from last year, Nate Hammonds from Fort Cobb and Caleb Martin from Duncan, and they accumulated 19 wins together last year. So that's the bulk of the pitching. We've got a transfer from Dover, Oklahoma, went to Western Oklahoma State College, Newt Compton on the mound. We're going to count on him to pick up some innings too. And got a couple bullpen guys, Ken Wida and Alfonso Cardenas, that are going to be counted on. That's our main pitching guys. Offensively, Luke Crobath is an all-conference catcher from last year. We moved him to first base. He's a senior. He's going to hit in the middle lineup. Josh Morris from Watonga is our second baseman, going to hit leadoff probably all year. And Greg Yelda in the outfield. Kind of rounds out the bulk of our returning starters from last year. So we've got a good solid group. And Nate Hammonds was an all-conference guy last year. So we've got 3 conference players of the week that returned and 2 all-conference players that came back. So we should be all right.
Well, Coach, talk about the schedule coming up. I know weather's kind of played a role in that over the last week or so, but conference play opens up really in just a couple of weeks.
Yep, the end of February we go down to Lubbock and play the #1 team in the nation. Always a lot of fun to go down there. I'm good friends with those guys, so work pretty competitive with each other. That'll open up our conference season. We've got every weekend in February booked, but we're kind of playing it by ear right now with this weather. And we'll just see what happens. You never know in February and March. You got to move games around and do whatever you can to get the guys on the field and make sure they're staying sharp and getting ready for the conference season.
Well, Coach, good luck. Looking forward to seeing what the Drovers have in store for us this year out at Drover Field. And folks, if we're playing baseball, the warm weather can't be too far away. So we're really looking forward to that. Of course, the Drover softball season will be opening up in a couple of weeks, and the Drover basketball seasons are continuing as well. So still a lot to look forward to in USAO sports in the coming weeks. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of In the Saddle with Drover Sports.
In the Saddle is brought to you by USAO and Cool 105.5 FM. You can find it on air every Thursday at 10:30 on 105.5 FM, 5 times a day on local channel 18, or anytime on USAO's website, www.usao.edu/sports. We'll be back next week with another edition. See you then.